I just got back from watching Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, and I could not wait to share with y'all my experience. That's coming up right after this. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Geek, Dunn, Ryte, the show where I talk about whatever it is I feel like. I'm Chris. Thanks for coming to geek out with me. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh man, my heart is still racing. My heart is still racing. What a ride! Oh man. As I just said, I just got back from watching Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, and I did not look on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, nothing. I didn't stick around to listen to other people's conversations about their thoughts on the movie. I wanted to come straight home and talk to you guys. Gonna save some of y'all some time. This is not going to be like a review. There's not gonna be any spoilers in this. There's not gonna be any in-depth analysis. If you're looking for any of that, y'all might as well just skip this video. I'm sorry. If you're looking for an in-depth thought from a Star Wars aficionado where I know everything about the Jedi and the Sith and the way the Force works, and I've read all the legendary novels and the expanded universe and all, no. That's not this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? This video is basically me sharing my experience, and not just going to see the movie, but also watching it in a Dolby theater, like Dolby Atmos. And yeah, of course, since with it being a Dolby theater, it also has Dolby Vision, which is phenomenal picture. It really is. It's really immersive. But the biggest thing is the sound. Oh my goodness. In my opinion, not every movie translates well in Dolby Atmos. Like for some reason, like the mix just doesn't feel as immersive. But I knew that Star Wars would be that experience, especially with Skywalker sound at the helm. These guys are just one of my favorite studios when it comes to sound for movies, and it shows every single time that you watch a movie that has gotten Skywalker sound to do the audio. Oh my goodness. So, for those that don't know, regular theaters, they have speakers all along like the upper side of the walls, and not in every position. There's not like a ton of speakers. There's also speakers behind the screen. That's set up in channels. So channels means multiple speakers playing the same sound. What makes Dolby Atmos different is that there's still the speakers behind the screen, but also speakers all along, like multiple speakers behind you, on the sides, up top, but it's also in the roof pointing down, and they fly the subwoofers. Fly means they hang. So they hang the subwoofers up from the ceiling as well, which means less transmission and a bunch of other like audio words that I'm not even going to mention right now because it doesn't really matter. And rather than having multiple speakers playing the same sound, which I mean still happens in Atmos, like they still utilize channels, but they also use nodes as well. And what node based lets you do is it allows the sound to travel from speaker to speaker in a programmed pattern. It can go individual speaker to individual speaker, and that allows you to do some really immersive sounds. And when mixed well, it just brings you into the world so much. Of course, it's kind of like with 3D now, there's not like those tricks. Like in 3D movies, it's more about depth than it is having something fly out the screen and things like that. So it definitely takes a little bit of critical listening, but if you were to really pay attention, you would notice that the environments that you're in the movie become a lot more in depth. It's almost like as you keep your eye focused on there, it feels like you're in the room with them, or on the planet with them, or whatever, with all the incidental sounds from, I heard wind above me, I heard falling debris where it felt like it was falling on my head. I heard the reverb of like cavernous places as lightning was striking off in the distance. Just all those things just kind of brought me into the world, and it kind of amped up the emotion a little bit. And then on top of that, like it really amped up the emotion of the music. That's also where Dolby Atmos shines, especially in this movie. Oh man, I love John Williams scores. Of course, like classic stuff. And he does a great job of building the emotion, but the way it was mixed, when those trumpets hit at those moments, it's like great. And then like when the other instruments go along with the orchestration for the intense moments, you're just like, ah! And then when it's the calm moments, the thoughtful moments, or the areas where Rey is focusing on the Force and things like that, it's just phenomenal. And then you add to that the sound effects, lasers going overhead, explosions in different places. I mean, it is just way cool. The thing that I also liked about this movie is oftentimes when some people mix movies, they tend to make certain parts of the high pitch a little too sharp. They tend to hurt my ears after a while, especially in like really loud theaters. I don't know if it was the particular mix or if it's just the way the speakers are calibrated, but I didn't get that in this. The movie overall though, I loved it. I felt like this was a great way to end the saga. One of the things that I kind of noticed as a consistent theme in Star Wars is that no matter how dark it seems or how gloomy things may look, there's always hope. There is hope. And it doesn't just happen. It's not things that just happen. It's decisions that are made that make or that fulfill the hope, you know? And that hope empowers us to do what seems impossible. And that's one of the things that I love about Star Wars. And this particular episode 9, really kind of encapsulates that for me. Honestly, this is a movie that I'm gonna see again. I mean, whether or not it's in Atmos, we'll see. I would love to see it in Atmos again. Just don't know if I have the time to see it while it's still in a Dolby Atmos theater. I definitely recommend you to go and see it in Atmos. Like, it's really amazing if you know what to listen for. Don't listen for like the little audio tricks and things like that you see in previews or in the opening credits showcasing the Dolby Atmos sound. Don't look for that. Just look for like the sounds of rooms or the sound of wind overhead or the way that the instruments just envelop you and make you feel. Look for things that immerse you more in the locations or in the things that are happening that really pull you in. And I think that you'll enjoy the experience. How do you know if your theater has Dolby Atmos? Well, I'll have a link in the description that lets you search for theaters around you with Dolby Atmos. Well, that's going to wrap things up for this episode of Geek, Dunn, Ryte. Hey, so what did you think of Rise of Skywalker? Are you going to go see it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And please make sure to smash that like button. Go all Chewbacca on it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can know when new episodes are coming, because they are coming. And be ready for those episodes from Geek, Dunn, Ryte. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.